go. Hello.
Hi, everybody. We're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Bold statement for someone who was in high school when we did this the first go around.
You're right. I was. I had nothing to do with it the first go around, but we're back.
And I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank
you.
Excited to be here.
Yeah. So everyone, this is Ella.
Hi.
And I'm Bergen.
Yes. And we work for Sweet Marketing. We are with the marketing team for the Canfield Fair. We handle the marketing, the advertising, on-ground activations during the fair, sponsorships, all that fun stuff. And now a podcast.
Yes.
Which we are very grateful to the fair board to let us have a small piece in the big production that is the Canfield Fair every year, that we see over 300,000 people walk the fairgrounds in 6 days.
We do. We see a lot of people, and it's great. And with the ability to have the freedom to do things like this and creatively,
definitely
super fun. And I know that for those of you who may have listened to the podcast before because it did not have the visual component, because this is why you need young people in order to figure out how to use technology. We are, now you can see us and hear us, which is maybe good, maybe bad.
Something new.
We're trying something
new.
But we're going to have, much like we did when we did it in started in 2020, and then COVID happened, and then we were doing them all on Zoom, which was a little wonky, and got through that. And that was the 100, and then we rolled into the 175th Canfield Fair, and we sort of sunset the podcast for a little bit, and focused on some other things on the fairgrounds, and with the marketing of the fair. And then it is, drumroll, 180.
Woo!
Yay! So we're back to the 180th Canfield Fair, or not back to, but we're back to a big celebration for 180 at the Canfield Fair, and thought what a good time to bring the podcast back, especially as podcasts are taking on like a whole new life.
Definitely. Lots to talk about.
Ella is a big podcast fan. I'm slowly getting into them. She's turned me on to a couple.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also 2026, 250 years of America. So happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America. We're going to have a lot to talk about this year.
Yes, and so it's going to be great. And I appreciate Ella being here and putting this all together. And you're going to have to help me here because I forgot where we're going with this one.
A little bit of background, I guess, about the fair. This will be my 2020... I was
great at math, ladies and gentlemen.
176, 7, 8, 9, 80. Fifth fair this year.
All right, 5 fairs. 5 fairs under your belt.
5 fairs under my belt.
Do you
want to talk about like favorite memories from last year, maybe?
Yeah, because I think we have one from there's something pivotal that happens every year.
Definitely. That we're always we find ourselves throughout the year talking about.
Yes, and we can even show you, maybe down the road, we can show them some of our Wall of Shame photos. So every year we take a photo on the last day of the fair at
for sure
11 o'clock at night, and we're sweaty and gross.
Sunburned, and yeah.
So do you want to go first, or you want me to go?
You go first.
Okay, so I have 2.
Okay.
So this was the first year, sort of sad, very sad, in that our longtime fair historian and photographer, George Houck, had passed away earlier last summer. And in a moment that really, truly embodies what the Canfield Fair means, his daughters wanted to take on that challenge of being the fair's photographer to honor their father, which was amazing.
Yes.
And while we take social media and on the fly photos, George and the Houck family have the big fancy cameras, and they take the professional photos, and they really cover the grounds.
They cover a lot.
It takes a team between all of us to get all of the photos that you see. So, and you can, speaking of shameless plug, you can see those photos on our website, canfieldfair.com. Photo galleries date back, I think, 6-7 years.
I was going to say it's a 19, yeah.
Yeah. 2019 photos. And so those photos that you see in the official galleries are from George Houck and now from his daughters.
Yeah.
But so it was very special because every night at the end of the fair day, we would wait for them to drop off the flashed cards, the SD cards, so we could upload. And Ella and I sort of tag teamed because I'm more of a late night person, and Ella
I would be up early.
Ella's took the morning shift, and so she would be up and do the morning news, and then I would be there, and sometimes we'd be around, but the girls would come in and drop off, and girls, they're in their 30s. I don't mean to be, pejorative or anything, but that girls would come in and drop off the discs and sort of reminisce about the best thing that they saw that day, which was kind of cool. So that was a really special moment. And then on a much lighter note, the day before the fair, so Tuesday of Fair Week, the official announcement of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting engaged came out. And we were out filming with some other members of our team some promo shots with the giant rooster costume, and we were able to get the rooster down to the Western Reserve Village and recreate the engagement scene in front of the church.
Yeah, I mean, it was the turnaround was within an hour or two.
Oh, yeah. And we threw that rooster costume in the back of my car and sped down.
Yeah.
In a very safe way.
Right.
Oh, very safe way. But we sped down.
Fairgrounds.
And then that was great because that content we were able to use throughout the year to promote the Western Reserve Village because, again, another shameless plug, the village church and lots of buildings on the fairgrounds are available for rent.
Yeah. I was going to say that it's a beautiful place to get married for sure.
The village grounds are just beautiful every year.
100%.
And the church itself. And, fun fact, we know someone who got married there.
We do. Our good friend.
Our good friend and your favorite WFMJ meteorologist, Andrew DiPaolo.
Yes.
He's a big fair fanatic.
Massive fair fan.
Yeah, he got married at the church, and I feel like they did something else at the fairgrounds.
It was a pregnancy announcement. It might have been for a gender reveal.
They did something else. He and his wife, Amanda, lovely people.
They're awesome, yeah.
But yes, so shout out to Andrew. Thanks for repping the fair. And I believe he wanted us to, we talked about possibly filming his wedding for marketing purposes, but then decided.
That's okay.
No, not, we'll let them have their moment. He's public enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, my favorite last year, I was going to say, my first thing that comes to mind was the weather. The weather for the 179 was beautiful. It was cooler because 178 was so hot.
Well, 178 was so hot and then so cold.
Yes.
Right? It was.
Yes. Yeah, so last year, in my opinion, perfect fair weather. It was
cooler in the mornings, cooler in the evenings, and then just
very pleasant walking around.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for more there. My favorite fair memory, though, is probably the fair map that we put up. I think day 1 or 2, we put up a gigantic map of the United States. We did miss a few states, but
that's what happens when you move very quickly.
We'll get there.
Sorry, Alaska. Sorry, Hawaii. We love you.
People penciled it in, though.
They did.
Penciled it in. They found their way. But people were able to take dots and put where they had traveled from to come to the Canfield Fair. And I thought that was a very, very cool
Do you think you're techie enough to be able to maybe throw a picture of that up?
I think
so people can see this?
Probably.
All right, that would be cool.
And that's good for the space in between us.
Yeah. All right. We're sort of working out the details of our set.
We're going to try it. But yeah, that was interesting to watch evolve over the days, to see the dots grow. And Ohio obviously there were so many dots in Ohio. But Utah had so many dots that I never thought. I was
there was not a state without a dot.
Correct. Yeah. Even the ones that were penciled in, I was going to say Alaska, Hawaii.
People even drew in countries. Yeah. So we had some European representation, we had Australia. So it was crazy. We might need a world map.
Right. Maybe for 180 we're doing a world map.
Maybe for 180 a world map. That was fun. And that was one of the things that, like Ella said, it came together at the last minute. So kudos to our grounds crew and maintenance team. Yeah. Because when we're hey, we're putting this giant map together, and they're you're going to do what? And you need it by when? Yeah. And, the answer is always, it'll be here in the next 2 months.
As possible. Yes. As soon as possible if you have time. Thanks.
So good times there. That was a fun one. The beer collaboration with Penguin City.
Oh, the beer was really fun too.
That was fun.
I was going to say that started a little bit before the fair, and then during the fair time, it was fun to watch grow.
Yes, and that was available in all the local stores, and that's a partnership that we're looking to continue and kind of working towards continuing and maybe expanding for this year. So
definitely,
that's a fun one. Yeah. So talking about beer makes me think of food, which we always are going to talk about food, and I think actually we know because we see the metrics on social media. You guys like when we talk about food too.
The food does well. Fair food's a big thing.
Best thing you ate last year?
I am a creature of habit. I will go back to the same things.
Just call it loyal. You're loyal.
I am loyal. A Shirley's Burger. I like
Always
to
hit.
start. I mean, I think that's the first thing. Like that is lunch on Wednesday every year so far. I think it has been passed down from Morgan because that was lunch on Wednesday every day.
That girl loves a Shirley's Burger.
Loves a Shirley's Burger. So Shirley's Burgers and Vindy Tater, the pulled pork tater tots.
You did get me hooked on those Vindy Taters.
Big fan.
They were good.
You?
So I think this was the year I did. Well, I'd loved them before, so I discovered them at the Youngstown Flea a couple years ago. But the Red Rican, that Puerto Rican food truck that now has physical locations.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think there's one in Niles, one in Boardman, and maybe one in Campbell. I could be wrong.
Maybe. I know in Niles for sure.
And I know in Boardman because I drove past it on my way here. But yeah, so the pastelillos, so good. Like deep fried meat and cheese pockets.
Can't ask for much else at the fair.
No, solid. I will say, pour a little out because I missed the rolled ice cream. That was always like our 3 o'clock pickup
thing. Yeah, it was like a midday pick me up. We needed something to get through the rest of our day. It was the rolled ice cream. Didn't get it last year, but that's okay.
And then, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Molnar cinnamon rolls.
Oh.
And our friend DeRusso sausage. Although I'm going to give some shout outs to.
Please take
I love
a mic.
I love Rob DeRusso, and he and I talk about chocolate and other things all the time, and he'll push back and give me some critique.
Mm-hmm.
So the Andrews sausage, the one on the same side as the administration building, has these special hot pepper sauce that you can like spoon on yourself.
Game changer.
Customize
it.
Yeah.
Customize it.
You can really kick it up a notch.
So good.
That's something we might want to dig into. Like there's 2 Andrews sausages.
Right.
And I know in the past podcast thing when we had Eric Ryan on, he worked at one of them.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Everyone has a connection to the fair.
So
we learned that.
We want to hear your fair stories too. So I think this is a good time to plug, how they can get a hold of us. If you have an idea, you want to come on and be a guest.
For sure.
We're open, you want to come chat with us? Come chat with us.
We're open ears. Marketing@canfieldfair.com is our email. You can reach us there. Feel free to comment on social media. We see all the comments. So social media, if this is going to be posted on YouTube, find us on YouTube.
Comment on YouTube. We read everything, and really nothing's off the table. Like we're open to
definitely
questions you want to hear, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later. So what can we expect this year? Because this is sort of just the intro podcast. Like we're not really in the meat and potatoes of any theme or anything this year. Just sort of painting a broad brush, if you will.
Right. Well, 180, big year. It's going to be a big year for the fair. So we will talk a little bit. And I guess on the podcast too, like we're going to kind of hit all the different sectors of the fair. So agriculture is so important. Talking about all the people that have come before us and Centurion families that have multi-generations that have been involved in the fairgrounds since its inception.
And when we say involved in the fairgrounds, it can be from a vendor standpoint, like we were just talking about, or it can be from, there are families who have volunteered and worked on the fair for years or with the fair, from people in the arts and crafts building to, those who run junior fair who started out very young showing and are now running 4-H groups and participating in that level, to large scale farmers. And when we're talking about giant contributions, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the Mahoning County Agricultural Hall of Fame.
Definitely. Yeah, that is newer.
I'd say from the past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. But applications should be up in around April, May, June, somewhere in there. But we invite anyone, if they have anyone in mind, to submit an application for the Mahoning County Ag Hall of Fame.
You can nominate anyone, living or deceased.
And it can be an individual, it can be a couple, it can be a family.
Yeah, it's interesting, I think, as every year. So it's all done by a volunteer committee, separate from the fair board.
Right.
Who scan the applicants and choose the recipients to be inducted. And I think last year, every single person was either a married couple or siblings.
Yes.
And I thought that was interesting, that it just shows how much it takes to farm. Like you're not in a silo, pun intended.
Yeah.
Like you're
for sure
really working like with your family or with your
definitely partners. I was going to say, and I've learned so much just from reading those stories about the families, how widespread where they're from in Mahoning County and how much they've done to truly shape the...
And the bridge from agriculture to manufacturing.
Yes.
And how it sort of follows the timeline of how the valley itself has evolved. And that brings me, we may want to tie in like the Mahoney Valley Historical Society for some background information, or maybe to kind of parlay that along with the Ag Hall.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think Bill Lawson would be great. So we're doing a lot of name dropping, so maybe people will tell other people that they heard.
Word of mouth.
And
word of mouth.
We'll get some good guests on here.
For sure.
But yeah, and you know, all the other fun stuff you want to hear about, some behind the scenes stuff, big announcements, entertainment, and like the history of the entertainment. Not to keep going backwards, but I think the fair is a time when you gather, you reminisce, you recollect. And so talking about the history of some of the entertainment, one of our board members has told me a story, and I'm going to bungle it, so it'll just be the highlights. But the Lennon sisters performed. I was going to say the Lennon sisters are. I'm sorry, Lennon sister families. But the girls actually they ate dinner, like I believe it was a fair board member. Someone hosted the family for dinner.
Like
because
pre-show.
And then the sisters got up from the table, washed the dishes, cleared the plates, and then got into their stage clothes.
Made themselves right at home.
And went out and performed.
At the fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, down to earth.
For sure.
And, so that's interesting. I don't know that we can make the Grandstand Entertainment announcement on here. I just don't know that it'll time out.
Yeah. But
also,
I'm sure we'll have some exclusives or behind the scenes information once it is announced.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And hopefully that announcement will be soon. They don't really tell us much. Probably because,
we have these microphones in our hands.
They don't trust us with top secret information.
That's okay.
They're not dumb. But so it's all good. But and some things like, I don't know, I think there'll just be different areas, and each episode will be able to, you can kind of nerd out, as I like to say, about, it might be your jam and it might not.
Right.
Like last year, we could have done a whole thing about the size of the stage and the scope, and like there were terms that we learned from that, like the music.
It was the biggest fair in stage history last year.
Stage.
Wow, biggest stage in fair history last year.
Yes, and is it Flybridge? Is that what we're talking about?
Maybe.
We called it the T.
You're right. Came out of the front of the stage.
Yeah, it has a fancy production name, but we just call it the T.
We can best describe
Catwalk.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's it either.
Yeah, I think I was using Catwalk a lot. And
I was calling it the T. I think it might be, but I don't know.
Whichever.
So entertainment stuff, we're definitely going to dive into that. Definitely talking about vendors, exhibitors, and do you want to clarify kind of the difference between vendor and exhibitor, because it can get confusing.
Yeah, and applications are open to be a vendor. I was going to say, while we're talking vendors, vendor applications, I think, are open until the end of March.
Yes, March 30th. So they're on CanfieldFair.com.
Yep, you can find them on our website. But we have outdoor food vendors, we have outdoor non-food vendors, and then we have indoor vendors as well. So vendors are anybody who are selling their product at the fair. Whereas exhibitors, and those applications will be open later this spring.
Typically around May, I feel like every year.
Those applications will be open later. But exhibitors are people who are bringing their products. So whether they've crafted something, arts and crafts,
or grown
something, just like we've grown this year.
Neither crafted nor grown.
No. But exhibitors, this is a way for them to show their pieces.
Blue ribbon.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So exhibitors, are being judged for their creations, whereas vendors are selling their creations.
Correct. And exhibitors also are animals as well.
Yes.
So that's when that opens up. And you can, I learned a lot about the different exhibitor classes between like the junior fair and open class and those differences. So when we talk, maybe we can get some of the department heads in, or some of the actual exhibitors.
Definitely. I know we heard a lot of great exhibitor stories last year, like mom and daughter, like people that, like, again, the generational thing that people have been doing it for so long.
Yes, and it's like the wool spinner. Was it the wool spinner?
No. No.
It's the
tree. Was in arts and crafts. Oh, I'm talking about who we had in the arts and crafts building, the mom and daughter. They had like 20 plus entries each. It was something crazy, and you have to put some serious time and effort into these projects.
Yes.
And you have a deadline, and
anyone who's walked through the buildings, fine arts, arts and crafts, even the pumpkins,
floral,
those things.
It takes time and effort.
Yeah, time, effort, and skill.
For sure.
I don't have any of that. But
have
you ever exhibited anything at the fair?
No.
Or a fair?
No. So I was going to say, I think fun fact, and shame me or not shame me, I think I had been to the Canfield Fair twice before I was working it.
All right.
So, before 5 years ago.
But let's give her some, she's from Niles.
But I didn't go to the Trumbull County Fair either, unfortunately. Okay. So just a
you
couple
can mock
times.
her. Let's shame her.
That's fine.
Can you insert a boo sound?
Right. I handle it well. It's okay. Because
but
now
converted her.
I was gonna say I'm converted. I have such a found respect and like true interest in what all goes into making the Canfield Fair what it is. Yeah.
So,
and it's fun to see behind the scenes.
Yeah, the behind the scenes stuff is fun. And that's what we want to share with you guys, because I think like that's what makes us smile. And you know, we want to bring that to you as well. So what am I forgetting? What else do we need to cover?
Where and when you'll find us.
So we're going to drop new episodes every Monday, or excuse me, every other Monday. So we're shooting for the 1st and 3rd. And then as we get closer to fair, so looking at late July, August, and we've got more to talk about and more information that we want to share, we're going to, you know, maybe it's bonus content.
Right,
is that what we're going to call it?
Sure.
And then
free bonus content.
Yeah, free bonus content. And then maybe a live episode on Labor Day is the ultimate goal.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're excited for that.
That'll be super fun. And then you can, of course, find us on YouTube, social media, and anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, so 1st and 3rd Monday.
1st and 3rd
Not
Monday.
1st and 3rd of the month, but 1st and 3rd Monday. So I think, yeah, twice a month.
Twice a month.
Here we are.
And then bonus content.
Yay.
All right, guys. Well, Elle, it's been great.
One more thing.
Okay.
Questions to crow about.
This is what
we're looking for, and this is audience participation.
Yes.
This is what we're looking for. So we are going to start a segment at the end of every episode called Questions to Crow About, because we want to hear from you. We want to know all of your questions. So this goes back to all of the platforms that you can find us on. We want to hear your questions. So whether it's through email, whether it's through social media, send your questions. If you have questions,
suggestions, we'll even take a funny picture.
Right. Yeah. Anything that we can talk about
and show. And it's all voluntary, because we were at the Ohio Fair Managers Conference, and one of us got called out for part of an audience participation skit.
Oh, yeah.
It went on a smidge longer than it should have. And also, for those of you who don't know, I'm a germaphobe and a germ freak. And part of this role-playing exercise that this man made me participate in involved multiple handshaking.
Yeah.
And I
skeeved out.
I couldn't do it.
I had hand sanitizer to the point there was hand sanitizer on the table for every time he shook her hand.
Because, you know, especially when you're traveling and, like, I touch my, like, you know, I move my hands, I touch my face, I touch my eyes, and I hate being sick. So.
Oh, I totally get it. It was just very funny to sit behind and watch and have absolutely no way to shut it down.
I just.
In front of a room full of people.
I can't do it.
Couldn't do it, right?
No. And he couldn't stop with the shaking.
No,
like we
could. He didn't get the.
We could have fist bumped. We could have just gave a
thumbs
thumbs up.
Catch the drift, but
no,
it's okay. You know what? Somewhat.
But we learned a lot, so it was great.
Did. It was.
So anyway, we'll leave you with that funny story.
We want to hear your questions.
Yes, and we won't shake your hand. We promise.
No, we promise. We're staying behind the screen.
No touching.
We're staying behind the screen.
All right, Al. This has been fun. Yes. I'm looking forward
to it. Very good. Here's to the next one.
All right.
Something to crow about.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.